Muthoni Likimani,
Yes.
good to see you.
Thank you very much.
93 years old.
Yes, very young.
Yes.
Yes.
And still writing.
Yes, I do.
This has been your passion forever.
And God-given. God-given.
And is it true you go to bed with a couple of pens and a pad by your bedside?
I must have them because if I remember something at night, midnight, I want to record it before I lose it.
Yeah.
Even in the car. I still drive. I have my pen in my car.
You still drive?
Yes.
At 93?
Yes.
So what do? You pull off to the side of the road and write?
No, yeah, of course, if I remember something. Or see an incident.
There are many people who don't know that you are one of the first Kikuyu women of your time who married outside her tribe.
Yes.
You married a Masai man.
Yes.
How was that received back then?
I didn't care. It didn't mean anything. Is that if I sit down and think I have done nothing wrong, just go ahead and do it. And not because I didn't have people who want me in my community. I dare not mention their names, you'll be shocked.
You were a rebel growing up.
Maybe if I was of today, I could have been a terrible rebel. But I did on my time. I could have been one of the rebels of my time.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't remember anybody who would do that. And you don't go with what people want you to do. I do what I think is good for me.
Yeah.
And it's more fun when you do things which others are not doing.
Outside the box.
Yeah, provided it's not dangerous.
Yeah. So what was Dr. Likimani like? What was he like?
He's a typical Masai. Brilliant man like any other Kenyan man. And he was tough. Tough, eh? And he also did what he thought he should do. Didn't bother about what people say.
Yeah. But he was the first Masai MD, medical doctor.
He was the first African, not only Masai, Kenyan doctor. He was the very first one.
During emergency, during the time of Mau Mau, when most people were being detained and imprisoned, women included.
Yes,
right?
yes.
A lot of women
I know.
put in detention camps, concentration camps.
Yes, yes.
Where were you?
Married. First I was in Kahuhia Mission. My parents were missionaries at Kahuhia Mission, very top education center. And when I grew up and married and went to live with the Masai, this I knew about the detention camp. How? I don't know whether you know a place called Isenya. Still there, they still call it Isenya. But when I was there, it was the biggest, one of the biggest detention camp in Kenya. And my husband being a doctor, the colonialists were very scared of making every black person to enter into these camps in case you bring bad influence. But they say, don't worry, this Dr. Likimani is a Masai, you can allow him to go and check the detainees. When he was going, I insisted, I started to insist. Now I'm a young wife with a baby. I say, I too want to come and see. Then I jump in the car, government, this on His Majesty services, colonial car, Land Rovers. I said, I'm also coming. He said, you can't. Anyway, 2 or 3 times I went, but I'm not allowed to go in. And they didn't know I was a Kikuyu. I would not be allowed there. So I'll be left sitting in the car, in the Land Rover, walking around outside in the fence. Yeah. But you know, walking there, whom do I see? Some of the people I knew when I was young.
Like who?
Like one was called Mwaneki Mugweru. He was involved with in Karatina with the people like a certain man from Karatina who was a writer and publisher. I remember his name, Wanjao. And then I saw him. I was so shocked. I knew him since he was at Alliance. And I said, my heart started beating. Looking through the face again, I see Mr. Matiba's uncle, Stanley Kageka from my village. Oh my God. And then from that day, I said, I'll never be left in the house. So when my Masai man is treating the patient, I'm whispering. He said, blood is thicker. I'm whispering with the detainees through the fence. I never even wrote about it. Yeah. I'll sit and start walking up and down. How is it there? Oh, do you think you can do this? Do you know, Jeff, I became a top letter smugglers. No, I mean it. I used to take my pad, and these people, even Owashika, you know the road John Owashika in Lavington, yes. He was in one. I see him, I knew him in Nairobi, and even his wife. Can you help us get letters? Because when they say anything is torn, and then I will put it in my handbag. That's my contribution, big contribution in Mau Mau, freedom fighting. Yes. I give them a pen and an envelope through the fence. And
the guards, they can't see any of
this? They can't. The wife of Dr. Masai, they think I'm also Masai. And I just walk around. And they come and write, hiding, and they sit near the fence, and they handle it to me.
And you are the smuggler?
I was a top smuggler of letters. That's one thing I did.
When independence came around, did things change for the better?
It changed. It changed. But you know, people became too excited. And perhaps, you know, I wrote, can you get that yellow? Yes, it changed. And when it changed, women suffered. Women suffered with young children and being harassed by home guards and rough and beating them. And when we got independence, our people started to take over jobs which were for Muzungus and give a credit where is due. When Muzungu knew whether we like or not we have to go, they started agreeing, welcoming people. Okay, I do this and this, and they didn't mind. They knew they were on their way out. Yeah. But our people became, our men became, now I'm on men, became so excited. I have that car, I'm in this office, you know, I have a secretary, can ring a bell and the secretary bring us tea and have a driver downstairs. Isn't it exciting?
Yes. So we fast forward now to your autobiography.
It's Crazy Muthoni.
Crazy Muthoni.
Yes.
Fighting Without Ceasing.
Yes.
Great read, by the way, great read.
Did you?
And the photos you have in there.
Yes.
I mean, there's one that, unforgettable, Haile Selassie.
Yeah. Oh, these are the people, because let alone, when I became, one good luck, Jeff, at my age, women my age did not have chances I had.
True.
You know.
True.
But me, because I was brought up by missionaries at the missionary center, I have access to civilization, access to education in early time. And you very rarely find a woman of my age who had what I had. And when the British knew wapende wasipende, we are taking over, they started, when they used to send Africans to study overseas, not much of the women. But later on, they decided to send some women.
When the president honored you all the other day, how was that? How was that?
It was wonderful. It was wonderful. I feel very happy that they invited the first woman mayor in Kenya. That's Grace Onyango. She's still there, but just she felt she couldn't come. It was too cumbersome. She sent her daughter. She was later first elected woman in Kenya, in parliament.
Other people you met in the book, man originally known as Cassius Clay.
These they come because, you know, I was, you know, now I'm in the television. There were very few women in television. Yes. I hope the young ladies, who are so many now, know that we were there. So when anybody outstanding comes, even the wife of president, vice president of America, is here.
Golda Meir.
Golda Meir even was my very good. He thought I was fantastic, but sometimes a little bit more than what local people thought.
What did you think of Muhammad Ali? What did he think?
We didn't talk. He jokes too much. He's not a serious man. He is a joker. Yeah. Yes, he jokes. There was no serious discussion with him. Yeah. There he is. Yes. He jokes a lot. Yes. Oh, come on, get me. You know, he wasn't very serious when I met him. He's a boxer. Yes. Not a statesman. And maybe at that time I had reached a stage of being serious.
And where did you meet the emperor, Haile Selassie? Where was it?
This. Yeah. Because we were kind of women now, after these seminars and whatnot, we started organizing ourselves in the whole of Africa. And we went to Addis for a big women's conference. And they took some of us to go and meet Haile Selassie. And I happened to be one. Yes.
What was he like?
Too serious. He doesn't smile. Too serious. But he just hand you, shake hand. Very serious. He speaks very good English, very good French. But he'll talk in a language and make you translate. And if you make a mistake when you tell, he'll tell you made a mistake. And he doesn't speak in any other language. He wants you to translate properly. If you make a mistake as you translate, yes, he then comes back to you. A few minutes ahead of him. But he's a serious person.
Muthoni Likimani, that's a good note to end on.
Yes, thank you very much. Well, thank you. We must. Otherwise, we are children.